Rampage, the new Rock movie. What can I say? It was a lot of fun. The Rock plays a primatologist who takes care of George. George is a huge silverback gorilla, pictured here on the cover. And what happens is a company that meddles in human DNA, trying to splice it, editing, basically sends satellites up into space. Well, the satellites come crashing down at different parts of the world, thus creating mutated monsters. If you're familiar with the the co-op video game, it's George is the silverback, Ralph is the wolf, Lizzie, who is the alligator. We learn we didn't know what she was in the first game, in the Rampage games. This movie is actually pretty fun to watch, especially when the three are together. The destruction that these three monsters create is great. Walking Dead fans will take note that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is in here as a FBI sort of specialist trying to deal with all this. The movie is at its best when these three monsters are tearing up the city, which is the last, pretty much tail end of the film. It was really great. I mean, it really was. If you're a fan of the co-op game, I think you should check it out. I went into this film not expecting much, and I was glad that I actually checked this out. This is probably, I would say, up there with, Sid and Nancy as one of my favorite films. The one thing that I really liked is the CGI. The CGI made the monsters look incredibly great. There's a scene early on when Ralph, the wolf, actually leaps up in the air and takes down a army helicopter. It's just fascinating to see, as it is to see these three monsters scale buildings and cause mayhem. This movie, like I said, was dumb fun. Critics ripped it apart. I don't know why. Either they do not like the video games, or basically they don't know what to make of it. They think Rock is, just your standard action star. The movie was made for him. He does a great job. The only thing left is at the end. Ralph's character, I don't know what happens to him. They don't really go into it. He just sort of disappears. Lizzie is something of an oddity too. I wish they would have spent more time with her. But maybe that's in the deleted scenes we didn't catch it, first viewing. Rampage is probably going to be underrated, overlooked, and trashed by critics, basically because it is dumb fun, like I said. But in that dumb fun, you become a kid again. It harkens back to the days of, the old King Kong movies, or say, King Kong, Skull Island. It has those moments of monster fighting, which is, like I said, something a mind of a 5-year-old would love. But Rampage really did surprise me, and it actually made me want to fire up the old video game and go to town as Ralph, tearing the crap out of everything. So I give Rampage probably a 10 out of 10, just because it was exactly what it was. It was an amazing, hour and 45 minutes of nothing but, giant monsters, trashing cities, and basically, one action set piece after another made this film pretty much awesome. Like I said, it did make me want to play the video game, which is a good sign. I would be skeptical on a sequel. I would love to see one. I really would. I think fans of the game would like to see one. This movie had some genuine comedic moments to it as well. Most notably George, who likes to have a twisted sense of humor and likes to give people the bird. But like I said, as far as action sequences, this thing rocked from start to finish. Once the story got going, the mutated DNA has hit Earth, and these three monsters are affected by it. It becomes a full-on action-packed, crazy roller coaster ride. So, like I said, went into it not expecting much, came out very, very, very pleased. And The Rock did a great job. Jeffrey Dean Morgan was awesome. His character had some comedic moments as well. So if you see Rampage, if you're looking for a great Friday night sort of no-brain action flick, this is the one. And like I said, this movie does rock despite what critics say. So, that's my take on Rampage. I hope I informed you. I hope you like it. I really can't say enough about this film. It made me cheer for the monsters and boo for the army. That's what I can say, folks. And like I said, you keep watching them. I'll keep making them.